Chaz, AJ, mornings.
Chaz and AJ in the morning. Pat Finero is here. He's president of Home Remedies, on to talk about mortgages and finances. And if you have any questions, this would be the perfect time to call, so you don't have to, try to get one of these guys and make an appointment and go in. And, you could just call up with a quick question. 203-882-9757, toll free 1-877, the letter R, the word nickel. What is a short sale?
Well, short sale is when the lender agrees to accept less than a full payoff when you owe more on the house than it's worth.
Right. Which a lot of people are in that situation now. If you bought at the height of that real estate frenzy, the market has dropped off. It's recovered a little bit or no?
It's recovering, yeah. As a matter of fact, I can get into some facts later, but yeah, the market is definitely recovering, at least in my opinion.
But still, most people who bought at the height still not, they owe more than what the house is worth.
Right. They're saying that actually half of the homeowners under age 40 are underwater because they bought their houses recently and the market just collapsed around them.
Then what do you do if you're going to move or you lose your job or whatever? You got to sell the house. Now what? You can't because the house isn't worth what you owe.
Right.
So what's the new information on short sales?
Well, as of June 15th, Freddie Mac announced that the government is going to require a 30-day response on short sales. And one of the problems with short sales in the past is that it's taken forever to get an answer. And, 6 months you're waiting. And what buyer is going to wait 6 months to find out if their offer's been accepted? Right. So now, according to this rule, I don't know how they're going to enforce it, but they're saying that within 30 days, 60 days with some exceptions, but in 30 days you'll have an answer on your short sale, which should actually help the house market in general because
things will move faster.
They'll move faster, and the prices on short sales are usually depressed. So that brings the value of all the houses down because they're using those houses as comps to support prices for other houses that may not be short sales. So it's good news. I'm just hoping that it can be reinforced and it will actually happen.
Scott in Wallingford.
Yeah, I was wondering what you could do to get the mortgage modified. I've been trying for the last couple of years. I've contacted Attorney General, the mortgage company.
Years.
Yeah, getting nothing but the runaround. Tell them that the government said that you guys are supposed to work with homeowners and getting nothing but the runaround. They want the same stuff every friggin' time you call up, the same paperwork.
I've been going through a little bit of that. So I'm trying to get my loan modified. But you have to have some reason to have your loan modified. You can't just say, you know what, I told you I'd give you like 5.5%. Now that the rates are down to 4 or 3 and change, I want to change the rate. So you got to have some kind of like a
income. So
you have to have like a loss of income in the house, right? Some kind of an emergency.
And every time we call up, everything's good. They just want the same bill statements over and over, and it's just we'll keep running into the same thing every friggin' month.
Right. It's Scott.
Scott.
Who's your lender, Scott?
City Mortgage.
Okay.
Freddie Mac is the lender, but City Mortgage is the bank.
Right. Have you heard of the HARP 2 program? Has anyone mentioned that to you?
No, I've never heard of that.
Okay. Well, when you call your lender, I would ask them if you would qualify for the HARP 2 program. I mean,
H-A-R-P?
Yeah, H-A-R-P and then 2. It's part of the Home Affordable program. And it's really up to them. It's their discretion as to whether they want to help you through that, which is the most frustrating part of all this. But at least if you mention that, maybe that will get you in some doors. How far have you gotten? Have you submitted all your paperwork and that kind of thing?
Yeah, we did. I've been working on. We've been doing this for like almost 3 years now. The same thing, like I said, over and over. I even contacted the Attorney General's office, sent emails to them because he gave me the same number. I said, we already have this number for the mortgage company. So it's a nightmare. That's all it's been, is a nightmare.
Well, I feel better now. Thanks for calling, Scott. I've been going through it with Wells Fargo for like 6 or 7 months now. And, I got divorced, so now there's a loss of income in the house. So I wanted to get a lower interest rate. Yeah. Because I don't want to refinance. Refinancing would mean because the house isn't worth what it was when I bought it and what I owe to bank, I need to throw more money into this thing. I'm not going to do that. Yeah. Or I don't want to do that. Right. So I want to get a lower rate. So I fill out all the paperwork. They have us jumping through hoops like nuts. Like, oh, I need this now. I need that now. I need this now. I need that now. Calling them, hey, get an answer, got an answer. Finally get an answer. Oh, we don't own your mortgage. We service it. And the people who own it, they don't do loan modifications. Oh. Like 6 months for that? 6 months.
Could do that in 2 weeks.
You need to write a letter to somebody.
Yeah. So, I forgot. There was a couple more steps, and now I'm going through this other. Finally, they tell me, okay, because when you sign the mortgage, your spouse at the time also signed as a co-borrower, we can't base your, need for this loan modification just on your income because she's still on it. So now I got to get her off. I'm like, well, if you told me that before,
that'd been helpful.
Like before, I thought I had to do it in this order.
Yeah. Now the order's changed.
It's a friggin' nightmare. It is a nightmare.
Yeah, it really is. And it's almost like they're doing it intentionally to buy time or something.
Yeah.
Because they're asking for all these things. You submit everything. You give them exactly what they want. And then they say, oh, by the way, there's this other thing that, would disqualify you from the start anyway. So why are you wasting your time?
Right.
So
that could have been a really quick conversation with them.
It could have been.
Yeah. Jeremy, Long Island.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Hey.
My wife and I were talking about making an extra mortgage payment at the end of the year. Is that a good thing to do, or should I add more money on to the mortgage payment monthly?
In my opinion, I don't think it really matters either way. As long as you're reducing the principal by the end of the year, it's really the same effect, in my opinion.
Okay. And also, I'm getting a lot of mail from these refinance companies wanting me to refinance.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we do pretty good. We pay our mortgage on time, and I guess it reflects. I mean, should I even buy into that at all? I mean, am I staying with these people?
Yeah, same thing's happened to me, too. Quicken Loans is after us to get a refinancing thing.
Well, you know why? Because your rate's probably really high, and they know that.
Oh, yeah. They can hear it.
Jeremy, how high is your rate?
It's just in the low fives.
Low fives. Okay. Well, I mean,
Where
now.
are you, AJ?
6 3/4.
Oh, my God.
AJ!
What?
Hey, AJ, just so you know, a 30-year right now, I just checked before I came in this morning, is 3.625.
Wow.
And then if you go down to a 20-year, you're 5.5%.
Really?
I'm sorry, 3.5%.
AJ, you're more than double.
You could buy another. You can buy another Fairlane.
Awesome. We're so there.
AJ, you suck, AJ.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Oh, my God. 3.6.
Yeah, the rates are incredibly low right now.
I'm at 5.6.
I know. Oh, I'm 5.5, and I'm getting my refinance too.
Yeah.
Jazz, AJ, mornings.